Prepare that. Okay, so this is what we'll do for today. We'll be focusing our game today with Durin. Alright, let's get started. We will do Draco Rubetto chapter. Fairy tales often end on a good note. Blessing will be offered and curses will be broken. Make a sincere wish, and it'll come true. Fill your sword with courage, and every foe shall fall. In the end, they lived happily ever after. Characters born from the pages of a story, Durin sometimes finds himself facing the very question. This story seems to have reached a happy ending in Simolanka, yet he never knows where to start when trying to explain what happened afterward. If only he had his mother's magical touch with words, perhaps then he could turn those experiences into another enchanting story of his own. So we can't actually get this yet. What does that mean? Let's take the quest. Let's see, yeah, so accept the quest, then we could go to Star Sand Shoal. Okay, that isn't that
Oh,
far.
traveler from beyond this world, will you witness this tale unfold?
No Flins, unfortunately. This will be
Alice?
Durin. If we find him, I can bring him
You
in the team.
recognized me just like that? Maybe I need to work on my impression. Anywho, come to Star Sand Shoal. There's a little something I'd like your help with.
Well, it wouldn't be Clay's mom without a hefty dose of mystery, huh? Let's go see what this is about.
Alright, so it looks like we accepted a quest. Let's bring in Flint, you know? This is a request. I won't really be using Nefer, so we'll be having
Pleasure to fight
Flint,
by your side.
Inefa, Rina, and Zuki. This is our strongest team for the Not Right patch. There you go. And let's put that flare up, and here we go. We're gonna go and get started with the quest. Starting in Star Sand Shoal, 1,000 meters away. Here we are. Guess we have to teleport and move a little closer. Spaceship is gone. Projections are gone. Still interesting, still interesting. Whoa. Current story to be related to past adventures. Would you like to go view those experiences? Okay, what is that? Oh, okay. I have done this, I think. Or maybe not. Let's double check. Okay, after receiving strange fairy tale book, you and Paimon arrive at a wondrous world named Simolanka. There you experience an adventure with your companions. Eventually, you discovered that the world was created based on a fairy tale written by Mage M. Still don't know who Mage M is, considering that was Alice and the gang. We met them recently in the story. Let's see. And Durin's past. Once the yearly Windbloom Festival has come around again, so you and Paimon set out together for Mondstadt once more, but strange things keep happening. First you found that residents behaved weirdly, then Albedo was accused of murder. Concerned for your friend, the two of you accepted the invitation to join the investigation. After much investigative work, you uncovered that the truth of the culprit was none other than the dragon that fell onto the snowy mountains. Learning of Albedo's existence, the dragon, a fellow creation of Rhine-Daughter, grew intensely jealous. It then began plotting in secret to destroy him. Together, you the immediate danger to an end, only to see an even greater threat surface. The dragon spine Durin was about to revive and bring disaster to Mondstadt. Fortunately, Albedo was prepared with a plan, and your friend from the fairy tale world will also arrive in Mondstadt to assist. In the end, though, the combined efforts of you and Albedo, Durin and the dragon bearing the same name was reborn in the Fallen One's place, and the crisis was finally brought to an end. Cool. Did a little review, and off to go to the story quest. And we can already see Durin in the distance. What is he up to?
Oh, it's Durin!
Very ominous.
Hmm? Traveler in Paimon? I'm sorry. I hope I didn't scare you.
Oh, no, you didn't scare us. Just gave us a little surprise. Looks like you've gotten even more powerful now.
I don't know. It just feels like it's gotten harder to control. I didn't mean to strike so hard. I'm so relieved you didn't get hurt.
It's all good. We've had worse.
Still power inside you acting up?
No, don't worry about that. It's been very stable ever since I got this body. Albedo made sure of that. What you saw just now is something that only started happening recently. Maybe I'm still acclimating or something. I'm sure it'll clear up over time. Anyway, what brings you here? Did you need something?
Well,
The day that the writer and the watcher crossed paths was the
Oh, a
day that the
storyteller.
magic known as storytelling was born.
so, she asked us to come.
Miss Alice?
Oh, you too? I guess I really do need to work on my impression. Well, never mind that. It's been too long, Mini Durin. And please, that's Aunt Alice to you.
Aunt Alice.
I have brought you and the Traveler together here for a very important purpose. It has to do with your mom.
My mom?
You mean
Indeed, fairy tale author extraordinaire, Anya Marie Andersdottir. See, I knew this would be right up your alley.
Anya Marie Andersdottir.
Now then, if you'll open the book, I will begin narrating.
Open the book. It was done in the fairy tale format. Cool. Day that the writer and the watcher crossed paths. Didn't expect that. Wow.
Whoa! What is this place? It reminds Paimon of Simulanka.
The two are indeed similar. Both worlds were built using the same magic after all.
And Alice is in it. Cool.
Aha! So it is Alice!
Hello, Aunt Alice?
Oh, no need to be shy. Just think of me as one of your mother's dearest friends.
You keep talking about stories and magic. What's this all about? Simulanka 2.0 or something?
Certainly not. Simulanka was a peerless masterpiece. Without the original author, it would be impossible to create a sequel, even for me.
Sequel.
But you are right about one thing. Just like last time, I want to show you a work of magic that has to do with storytelling.
What's this?
The book we just saw.
This is your mother's dying wish.
My mother's dying wish was a book?
He died
Let me
already?
answer that with a question. What do you suppose would be a writer's greatest regret?
Let the record show that
Hi.
Have you ever read a book called The Little Witch and the Undying Fire?
Hello, hello. Welcome. And yes, have you ever read a book called The Little Witch and the Undying Fire? So, lore-wise, we have no clue, but we're about to find out that it is made by Marie and Sir Ander's daughter. I don't know how to say their name. It's a little tough.
That's because it was the work of more than one person.
Oh.
It began as a little game at our tea parties. Each of us took
It's
turns
okay.
writing the next part of the story.
I was
I
on
wrote the
Twitch.
first volume, then the other mages took their turns. Em was tasked with writing the final volume and tying everything up. But by the time everyone had finished writing their parts, Em had passed away. Oh, it was a terrible shame. A true tragedy.
Like immortal compared to the others.
And that is the answer to my question. A writer's greatest regret is to leave a story unfinished. But all is not lost. I couldn't stand the doom and gloom of it all, so I went ahead and wrote an ending myself on her behalf.
Then what's this book?
This is the answer your mother gave to the same question. In her eyes, this was her greatest regret. She made me promise that I would bring it to you because she believed the only person who could resolve this regret is you.
So my mother's greatest regret is another unfinished story?
Uh-oh.
You could say that.
And I guess resolving the regret means finishing the story?
That's one way to put it.
Oh, is a straight answer too much to ask for?
Her answer was quite the opposite of what I'd expected. But oh, how touching it was. I'd love to tell you what she said, I really would. But that would spoil the plot, and we can't have that. Spoilers ruin everything.
So
Oh.
cartoony when it moved around. Let's do with the breadcrumbs. It's hardly the first time you've strung us along like this.
Just think of this task as giving a story a much-needed ending. All I ask is that you do your best.
I understand. But I
Thanks.
only just started learning human script, and I don't have any writing experience at all.
Relax. Why else do you think your dear aunt went and found you two such wonderful helpers?
Oh,
With
wow.
their experience, you'll have so many story ideas you won't know what to do with them. So
That's
don't be
why
shy to
we're
ask
here.
lots of questions.
We're like a hero.
Yeah. If it's to help Durin fulfill his mother's dying wish, then we're in.
Aunt Alice, could I ask, what kind of story was my mother hoping to write?
I had a feeling this might come up, but that answer isn't mine to give. You'll have to find it yourself, here inside this book.
Hmm.
Don't worry. We'll help you come up with loads of ideas. Yeah. Let's find a nice spot where we can settle in and read through this thing. We could even get some snacks, too.
Oh, the actual process might not be quite the walk in the park you're imagining, Paimon.
Why's that?
Because when Em created this book, she borrowed my magic. In other words, it's not a book you can just pick up and read. It's a magical book.
Magic.
Its chapters are scattered through memories of the past. Gather them all, and the book will show you its secrets.
So, where are we supposed to find these memories?
Em left a trail of clues for each unfinished chapter. Follow the hints, and you'll find them. Oh, and when it comes to adding to the story yourselves, you'll need to use this.
What is that, a bar?
And this is...
This, my dear little Paimon, is the ink Em left behind. Infused with a little of my own magic, of course. If you're planning on writing something inside the book, you'll need it.
Okay.
It's extremely precious, so be sure to use it sparingly. This is all that's left.
So we need to search for the memories and keep an eye on how much ink we're using.
Oh, it just had to be a wild goose chase, didn't it?
Perhaps it's just another form of storytelling. Em was ever so creative when it came to things like that. Just think of it as a little challenge your mom left behind. Who knows? There could even be a mysterious prize at the end of it all.
A prize.
I don't care about that. This was my mother's dying wish. Whatever.
With the two of us by your side, you'll be just fine.
Okie dokie. That should be pretty much all you need to know. Oh, and once the story's complete, do let me have a little look-see, okay? I've read everything she ever wrote, so naturally, I can't miss this one.
Cool.
Yeah! Most of the time, you're pretty hard to pin down.
Don't worry, I'll know when you're finished. Just wait for me to reach out. All right, off you go. I can't wait to hear how the story ends.
It's the day that the magic known storytelling was born. Wow.
Oh, here we are again. Alice's magic really is incredible, huh? Right. Alice mentioned we should be on the lookout for clues. Huh?
A corner of repose for countless tales, watched over by the honor of knights. A place for stories to sleep, perchance to dream of ancient cities and the epics of ages past. There, a witch once spent a sleepless night, and all to bring forth a story yet untold. Find the place I speak of, for it is where the seeds of this story lie.
Was that a riddle? Where do you think this mysterious place could be? Hey, you might actually be onto something. Guess that means we need to head back to Mondstadt?
I had a feeling that's where we would be headed. After all, it's where my mother was from, and I bet it's where she wrote this story, too.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Still, I feel bad about dragging the two of you along on such a long journey.
Don't worry about it. We don't really have much going on right now, so we're all yours. Come on, let's go!
The storytelling. Soothing rain. Where will it be? The Mondstadt Library. What? I can't go there yet? What do you mean? Oh, it's not letting me. Yeah. Which is homework? What's that? Oh. Complete this quest. Oh, hold on. How does that work? So I can't do the other quest unless I finish this one first? Really? I have to do this one first. Okay, so I couldn't do Durin's unless I did this quest first. Alright. That's a double quest. So not just the Durin quest, the Witch quest as well. Let's see.
Whoa! This is way too many books! Considering this library organizing job is classified as a premium commission, Paimon came mentally prepared, you know? But seeing it in person is something else.
Why, if it isn't Cutie and Paimon? What brings you
Cutie?
back to Mondstadt?
Whoa.
Let me guess. You missed me so much, you just had to come visit. Is that it?
Aw, you saw right through me.
You've become quite the flatterer since we last saw each other, haven't you?
Found you! We were starting to think you weren't clocking in today.
Well, I wasn't planning to. But then, Catherine mentioned someone had finally accepted an important commission for the library. So I came to check on things. Might you both be here for that very commission by any chance?
Pleased to meet you.
Ah, music to my ears. Now, as you can see, a certain anonymous benefactor has donated a large amount of books to us. Imagine my surprise when a glance down the book list revealed that each one would be an entirely new addition to our collection. There are books of all different kinds, including quite a few that are banned. Troublesome, I know. So this wasn't an odd job I could trust to just anyone. And sorting them myself? My, what a headache that would be. It would take ages. All that to say, I'm very relieved to see you here. I would treat you to some tea, of course, but looking at the state of this place, perhaps another time, yes?
Don't worry. Just leave the commission to us.
You're as sweet as ever, Paimon. Well then, good luck in here. I'll leave you to it.
Oh, I thought they were gonna move, but it's like a picture montage. Yay.
Finally! We made it to the last stack! What even are some of these books? A Hilichurl's Guide to Running for Your Life? Do Hilichurls even read? Oh, and Basics of Whopper Flower Cultivation. Who'd grow one of those, anyway? And what's this one? The Little Witch's Dictionary?
There it is.
That title's kind of suspicious. And didn't we already sort this area? Did you notice it earlier?
It's not on the list.
Huh. Well,
Magic.
witches always make Paimon think of, you know.
Yoo-hoo! Looking for me?
Alice again.
Alice? How did you get in here?
You must not have noticed, Paimon. I wasn't the one who barged in at all. When you opened that dictionary, you entered a mage's domain.
What? Ugh. Paimon knew that book had issues.
Have you ever read the storybook, The Little Witch and the Undying Fire, by any chance?
Little Witch and the Undying Fire. First I've heard of it.
No matter. At least in name, this book was written as a dictionary for the other one. The actual contents of the two aren't related at all, though.
Ugh. That explanation makes things even more confusing.
Oh dear. Where should I begin? You know the promise the Hexen Circle made to Varka at the Tripartite Conference, yes? Namely, that in Mondstadt's greatest time of need, the mages would return and lend their aid to the nation? Well, waiting around for danger to descend upon the land isn't exactly our style. Rather than a scenario where we jump in and save the day out of nowhere, it makes more sense to lay the groundwork over time. That's how M put it. Besides, who knows when such a crisis could occur? It could be in the next life, or even tomorrow. Preparation is crucial. So, I gathered the mages together to write this dictionary. Of course, it had to be under the guise of being related to that storybook. Otherwise, I would never have been able to get them in one place. Well, we looked into Barbie's scryglass and came up with a series of tasks tailor-made for the people of Mondstadt. They're all in this dictionary. Striving toward a common goal, overcoming obstacles alongside trusted companions, becoming better versions of ourselves. That is the best defense against what dangers could lie ahead.
Oh, you make it sound like something bad is actually about to happen.
I wonder if this quest
I
is
never
permanent.
said that. But still, we are talking about trusted companions here, Paimon. And when we speak of a person who could be considered a friend to all in Mondstadt, I'm afraid the pool of options consists of but one.
Oh, it's us. Huh.
Wait, the huge book donation? That was just an excuse to get us here, wasn't it? We had
Uh-oh.
to spend ages sorting through them, you know.
Oh dear, I never could have imagined you would need to go to such trouble.
Uh-huh. Sure you didn't.
Well, this is an important book. I couldn't just bring it into Tevat without taking any precautions. Much better to hide it in plain sight, you see. That's why I donated all those other books to the library. Besides, it's not like this is a bad thing. Just think of it as an excuse to reunite with old friends. And as a favor to your dear Aunt Alice.
Okay. If the goal is to help the people of Mondstadt, then we're in.
We're in.
We'll take the dictionary. And the next time we run into our friends, we'll pass your tasks and stuff along, okay?
Wonderful. Then I'll let you get to it. Have fun!
It's connected to the other quest. Which one do we do first? Guess we'll find out. Or maybe that was it. Complete Witch's homework-related quest to unlock additional talents for the corresponding characters. Oh, okay. So they get stronger, which is cool. So let's continue current quest. Oh, that's not it. That's not what we wanted to do. Mother's last wish. There you go. Turns out we just had to get the book.
Library, huh? Talk about a trip down memory lane.
Been a while.
So we're supposed to find the seeds of the story, right? What do you think that means?
Well, we're in a library, so it's gotta be books, right? But seriously, there's so many here. How are we supposed to know which ones we need?
Making a racket in a library? You should know better than that.
Lisa! Oh, sorry about that.
Now, who do we have here? Ah, my golden-haired cutie. And my little horn cutie, too.
Sorry, Miss Lisa. I know you taught me to be quiet in the library, but
That's great.
Paimon was just trying to help. Please don't be too hard on her.
Well, it has been far too long since we saw each other, so I suppose I can let it slide just this once.
Okay, we're back, and let's see. Has Lisa been mentoring you?
Back when he first arrived here, poor Jean wasn't sure what to do with him, so I stepped in to lend a hand. I figured, if I can handle a boy raised by wolves, then teaching one who's part dragon should be a walk in the park.
Nice! Sounds like Durin was welcomed with open arms.
Why, of course. Now, let's save the reminiscing for another time. I'm sure you're here for a reason. Did you need to borrow some books?
It's kind of hard to explain. Maybe you could take a look at this.
Oh? Ah, I see. These so-called seeds of the story must be the books that inspired its creation. That's just how it is with stories. They grow out of the tales that came before them. And that mage, I can almost picture her here, hundreds of years ago, scribbling away at one of these very desks.
But we don't know anything about this story. How are we supposed to figure out which books inspired it?
As it happens, just before I found you here, I was looking into something rather peculiar. One of the knights reported seeing some books that weren't listed anywhere in our catalog. Stranger still, just as he went to reach out for them, the books vanished into thin air. And then a while later, while he was browsing through other shelves, there they were again.
Seriously?
That particular knight knows this library inside and out. I'd be very surprised if he was seeing things. Something tells me these might just be the magical books you're after. According to the report, there are 3 of these books in total. I'll be relying on you to track them down, cuties.
Cool. Where do we go? That's somewhere here. Books.
Let's hang on to this one for now. Could be one of the ones we're looking for. It's one of M's, after all.
You're just gonna have to collect all of the books. Oh, I guess we are.
Second strongest spell in existence. Do not show Klee. Wait, there's actually a book like that right here in the Mondstadt library? That title's just gonna make people even more curious.
Don't show Klee.
There's definitely something fishy about this one.
How many more? Log number redacted.
An experiment log. Looks like part of the title's been erased. There's something seriously suspicious about this book. Kinda looks like a poetry collection. But why is part of the title missing? Let's see what Lisa makes of it.
Okay, how many more?
Oh, wait! Did Klee write this one? Should this even be here? We better show it to Lisa.
That all? You go to the first floor? Oh, that's all, I guess. Okay, I guess that was it.
Well, did you manage to find them?
Let's list them down one by one.
Huh. This book definitely doesn't belong here.
Yeah, we can tell just from reading the title.
Albedo was the one who brought it in. He suggested I place it on the restricted list and keep it sealed away.
Why?
He said it's full of forbidden alchemical formulas, some of which could even result in the creation of dangerous monsters.
Uh-oh.
Apparently, the danger it posed was so great, he didn't even feel like it was safe to carry around or keep it in his workshop.
Really? Definitely sounds like it shouldn't be here then.
Still, if that maid read this book too, it must have been written a lot earlier than I'd imagined. Well, did you manage to find them?
Second strongest spell in existence.
Truly extraordinary, and certainly not the kind of thing that should be just lying around. In fact, Miss Alice gave strict instructions about it.
So, it's some kind of book of spells? Paimon's guessing magic this powerful should be kept a secret.
It's true. This book does contain one of Miss Alice's spells. But honestly, virtually no one could actually pull it off, even if they tried. The only reason it's even meant to be in the restricted section is because we can't let Klee get her hands on it.
Do you know
After
how?
Klee was born, Miss Alice advised us to seal it away. She even added that little subtitle herself.
So, it's to keep it away from Klee, huh? Does that mean she could use it to cause even more mayhem than she already does with Jumpy Dumpty?
No, that's not it. As Miss Alice herself put it, letting Klee see it too early would spoil the surprise. Well, did you...
Strange. Read more.
Yes, this is a restricted book, all right. It certainly isn't supposed to be here.
Huh. But it looks like a regular poetry collection. How did it end up being classified as a restricted book?
The issue lies with one of the poems inside. You've heard of the great battle that took place on Dragonspine, yes?
There you go.
500 years ago, during the cataclysm in Conria, an evil dragon descended upon Mondstadt. A fierce battle with Dvalin ensued, but in the end, the evil dragon fell, and Dragonspine became its resting place.
We're talking about Durin. The Durin of Dragonspine.
Uh-oh.
Well, the poem in question turns the whole battle into a dance, with the evil dragon recast as an innocent child who came here in search of friends. But given all the suffering experienced at the claws of that dragon, how could the people of Mondstadt accept such a retelling? Bards are often accused of inventing history or distorting the truth in their ballads. But this one hit a bit too close to home. And since the knights back then were unable to track down the author, they decided to ban the entire collection, blot out the title, and seal it away for good.
So the version in the poem, it was all a lie?
A lie.
I'm afraid that question is something only the dragon himself could answer. Well, would you look at that? Seems like these are the little troublemakers you're after. And all three just so happen to be forbidden texts. What kind of story requires reference material like that, I wonder?
Forbidden texts? You know, the first time you mentioned that the library had a restricted section, Paimon thought you were just trying to scare us. Are you saying it actually exists?
First book.
Not really something you should be poking your little nose into, is it, cutie?
Sorry.
Seeing as it was Miss Alice who asked you to look for these books, I won't question the matter. But they'll need to be sealed away again once you're done, so don't forget to return them.
Don't worry, Miss Lisa. I won't forget.
Well then, that's all from me. After all that hard work, I think I've earned myself a nice cup of tea.
Cup of tea.
All right, we've gathered all the reference books. What's next?
Should get some tea.
Wait, look!
They float. Find a place I speak of, for it is where the seeds of the story lie. Act 1.
Long, long ago, an evil dragon descended upon the human world, bringing terrible calamity in its wake. Bravely did the people resist, until at last, the dragon lay slain. Later, a witch with a love for stories came upon the tale of the evil dragon, and for reasons she could not explain, felt a pang of sorrow on its behalf. For she knew, despite its body being born of wicked alchemy, all along, the dragon's soul was that of an innocent child.
Uh-oh.
Right up
Durin.
to the moment of its death, it had no choice in becoming a vessel of calamity, nor could it fathom the cruel fate that lay before it. Though the witch had a love of stories, she was not pleased with how this one ended. No, that won't do, she thought. I'll write you a better ending instead. And so she set off to do just that, borrowing a little magic from her friend.
Who could that friend be?
With it, she wove a dragon's egg, resolving to rear a dragon child of her own. Yet long in thought she lingered, wondering what kind of world her little dragon ought to behold upon waking.
It's actually really interesting. What should we use to adorn this cradle? Just put the woodland here. Glacial splendor.
At last she made her mind up, adorning the cradle with a trace of palatial splendor. Then she quietly waited for the egg to hatch.
Egg.
Whoa! We're actually inside the story!
This must be Aunt Alice's magic.
Hey, I know this room. It's the opening we heard, right?
Yeah!
A story about me?
Why don't we just see where the story takes us? All we know is the beginning at this point.
Okay.
And now a golden-haired traveler, a silvery sprite, and a dragon-born youth step onto the stage. What new chapter will their arrival bring?
Whoa! That came out of nowhere! Was that the same voice we heard just now? Yeah. But why does it sound so familiar?
I've missed this. It's just like the stories my mother used to tell me.
You mean... Em? She used to tell you stories?
Yeah, she loved it. Back when she was still alive. Sorry, we should focus on what we're here to do. So, now that we're in the story, what's next?
The dragon youth wondered aloud. Yet all he could do was wait for the story to unfold. Of course, there's something to be said for helping it along. Perhaps a little exploration could prove fruitful.
Oh! Is that a hint?
A hand.
Yeah, I agree.
Where's that hand at?
For a
Objects.
moment, the story crashers fell silent. Perhaps waiting around wasn't such a bad idea after all. Yet those who never stray beyond the main plot often miss the fun little details along the way.
There it is, the egg.
This must be the dragon egg, right? Looks like it's gonna hatch any moment now.
Uh-oh.
So we've got a dragon egg about to hatch, a witch who loves stories, and that evil dragon we heard about at the beginning. Yep, it all adds up.
This is my story, isn't it?
It looks like it.
Okay, so how are we supposed to help the story along? It feels like all we can do right now is wait.
Apparently, it hadn't dawned on the group to look for a way to help the egg hatch faster.
Oh, right! We're at the point in the story where we're waiting for the baby dragon to hatch. So that has to happen before the story can continue.
How do we do that?
With the flames at his command, Perhaps the dragon youth might be able to provide the egg with sufficient warmth.
What? You want us to roast the dragon egg?
The silvery sprite's surprise betrayed her lack of reading. For in countless tales, it is told that only by fire's embrace will a dragon's egg hatch swiftly.
Huh, you kinda have a point there.
Let's see, what'll happen
Okay,
if Durin tries it?
I'll see what I can do.
Okay, here we go. Fighting time.
Leave it to me! The story has only just begun!
Let every unborn life be welcomed with tender anticipation, and may that warmth stay with it for a lifetime. At last, under the witch's expectant gaze, the little dragon broke free from its shell. No living being has ever decided the moment of its birth. You were no exception, my child. I brought you into being because I willed it so, just like the witch who created that evil dragon. But I promise you this. Your birth was wanted. You are loved, and you will have a different fate than the dragon that came before you.
You've never told me those things before, but for some reason, I always knew. Thank you for bringing me into this world.
The waiting witch did not feel lonely, for she had 3 visitors by her side. Together, they beheld the hatchling's first breath of life. Holding her dragon child close, the witch promised him a life unlike that of the evil dragon. And so, nestled in his mother's warm embrace, did the little dragon's story begin.
Oh, it's an introduction. This is like a formal introduction. Gameplay-wise, there's a witch spent sleepless night, all the enjoy for story yet. Oh,
Wait, isn't this Mondstadt? Looks like there's more written on the page now and less ink left than before.
this Durin story
Does
after
that mean
all.
we've completed this chapter? Yeah, but why does M seem to think that the story isn't finished yet? Durin broke free from the curse, came into this world with a new body, and even made a bunch of new friends. That already sounds like a happy ending to Paimon.
Maybe there'll be some clues in the following chapter.
True. Everything's always so mysterious with these mages. Guess all we can do is wait for more clues.
Huh.
It's a phone?
Is this thing on? All right, that should do it.
Hey, that's Alice's voice.
It's Alice.
Hello there, children. If you're hearing this, you've stumbled upon the little recording I left for you. I thought you could use a few hints about how the book works. By now, I'm guessing you've already begun to leave your mark on the story. You should know, however, that the book needs time to absorb the ink, so the next chapter's clues won't show up right away.
Wait, so even magic ink needs time to dry?
The good news is, you can return to any chapter you've already completed and continue to explore the mystical, magical storybook world you helped create. Have fun, dearies. Toodles!
Oh, man. Paimon was so ready to knock this out in one go.
Maybe it's for the best. Sooner or later, we'll end up being whisked off to another world again, and if that happens, who knows when we'll be able to come back. So it might be good to take a break while we can.
A break.
Break. And they hungry.
Yeah, Paimon has a sudden craving for the Good Hunter's sticky honey roast. And we happen to be in Mondstadt, so...
So let's meet up here later. I need to find Miss Lisa to return those books anyway.
$16 hours. Alright, time to check. 16 hours. Around this time. Where did Durin go? He's still here. Earth? What?
Aunt Alice said we can return to the story world at any time. If you feel like checking it out again, just come find me.
Oh, okay, so we go to you?
Aunt Alice said we could, if you feel like...
Or is that really just like part of the quest? We have to wait for a couple of days. It seems to be like that, I guess. So the next chapter will open in 16 hours. Okay. So what we can do is, I guess, Durin's quest will be in literal 5 days to complete. They didn't let us finish it in another immediate way. So what we can do is we'll go and do the witch's homework. Who do we invite? They literally have all these guys. Okay, open this up. And let's go accept quest. I do not have these guys, so let's go and do this one. Let's go do Venti's. Alrighty. So the Durin's quest is gonna be in 5 parts. I thought it'll be in 1. Apparently it'll be in 5 parts. So pretty cool. Not gonna lie, pretty cool, pretty cool. Let's go meet Venti then. Wow, they're gonna be in the overworld now.
I'll
They'll
take
just
that as a yes,
exist. They're gonna exist. Venti.
Ah, finally, you're here! Do you have a message for me from someone by any chance?
A message? No idea. But yeah, let's check it out.
There's not a single prophecy about you in that dictionary. That's what you were about to say, right?
Maybe.
Oh? One moment then.
Gonna ring somebody up. Hello?
Your curiosity seems as strong as ever, Barbeloth. Alas, my future will have to remain absent from your dictionary.
Uh-oh.
The wind may be happy to let dandelions trace its form and have poets sing it into verse, but to be contained is hardly its nature. So, dear Barbeloth, please do set your pen down. Words heard on the wind are not meant to be recorded on the page. If
Okay.
you're truly interested in this legend, allow me to fashion it into a poem. I'll be sure to share it with you ladies at our next tea party.
Oh, he's talking to the witches. Is that how it works? Barbeloth. I guess we're gonna find out.
Barbeloth has always been a reasonable person, and I believe she heard my request. As such, our conversation should be free from interruptions for now.
Wait, Barbeloth was listening in just now? Paimon didn't notice a thing!
Well, she is a Hexenzirkel mage. They all have quite a few tricks up their sleeves.
Not even the
Still,
Archons are
you
aware.
noticed right away and even got her to leave us alone. Does that
Dang.
make you the real master at cards here?
Given the various practical factors at play, I'd call myself a master with limits.
There you go, being all secretive again. Well, anyway, there wasn't a single thing about you in that dictionary.
You being here is enough. Barbeloth's prophecy concerning me may be incomplete, but it's not incorrect. There's something I need to do, and I could indeed use your help. Trusty as always. In that case, could you play a song with me later?
Sure.
Yep, that's all. But don't worry, this isn't a performance to decide the fate of some consequential event. It's just a duet between friends.
Just sing?
The last time I played this song, the howling gale was my sole audience, and the notes scattered in all directions, leaving only fragments of the melody behind. But now, with a friend like you by my side, why should the wind alone bear witness to this music? Besides, I think my hands will be just that much steadier, playing alongside a trusty friend like you.
Cool. We'll play the best we
That's all
can.
I ask. Now, let's head to the performance venue. If we follow the breeze, we'll be there in no time. All right, let's get going. Just relax and let the wind lead the way.
Whoa. It's been a while since we get to do this. First time we did this was when we actually landed in Teyvat and had to help Venti, without knowing who Venti was, fight Durin. Valen.
No need to hold your breath. In and out. Easy does it. I let the birds know we would be coming, so we won't run into them.
Bird. Gonna go to that one island over there. If only we could always fast travel like this would be so much more fun.
Don't worry, it's just a little ocean spray. You won't get soaked. Ah, the delightful sea breeze. Go on, breathe it in. We're almost there.
You guys miss the beach? I don't. Ew, sand. A lot. So here we are, at that area that we have to be in with Venti. Oh.
Huh. This island looks kind of familiar.
We've been here in the past. Is it special?
Not always. It was once an isle like any other. An ordinary, unassuming aggregation of sand and gravel. That is, until seeds of stories were brought here by the wind
Not sure.
and cultivated by time.
Or like a glider.
And in due course, the wind brought forth new tales, and time caused them to grow into legends. So with that, allow me to welcome you in truth to this island favored by time, traveler. This is the place where time and wind met in the distant past.
Whoa. You suddenly sound so serious, Tone Deaf Bard. Paimon's not sure she's following this conversation anymore either.
He still gets called Tone Deaf Bard. You know, sometimes you get called Venti, but Paimon will always come back to this. That's funny.
Fret not, dear Paimon. The best stories always start with a bit of suspense and intrigue. I told you about this before, remember? About how I encountered Time at the Thousand Winds Temple and received some help? Well, it was because of Time's help that those first winds of freedom were able to blow so strongly.
Oh, Time is an actual entity, a
Forceful
being?
gales like that are most suited to wiping things clean, not helping things grow. So, after a few crises in Mondstadt were resolved, I made the winds gentler. Just strong enough to bolster the people in times of need without knocking them off their feet.
So, what are we gonna do here exactly? Why did he suddenly get sad?
Shadows gather in the distance. I'm sure you felt it too.
Shadows?
I've heard about the Pyro Archon's face-off with the ruler of death, Renova. And what happened to the Fatui Harbinger, the captain.
Lore drop. He knows
not even mentioning how abyssal activity has been encroaching closer and closer to Mondstadt. I fear the impending crisis may be beyond what humans alone can solve.
Uh-oh.
In light of that, I need to be prepared. It is the Animo Archon's duty to intervene in times of need. As such, I, Barbados, will bring forth a wind strong enough to disperse whatever storm lies ahead.
Hey.
But if I whip up a gale of such strength in Mondstadt City, it would just turn the place upside down. Clothes, hats, the flowers that rest on people's balconies. That's why I chose to do it here. A place where I once offered an ode to time. Who knows? Perhaps time shows this island special favor precisely on account of my lovely, lovely music.
Wait, so is this place really that special? It sure doesn't look like it. There's a tide that ebbs and flows, and a bunch of birds that come and go. It just seems normal.
Time's impact on things isn't limited to what the eye can see. Think of it like a ripe sunsetia. If the outer peel remains intact, it's nearly impossible for the average person to tell whether the fruit inside is ripe. But even the tiniest hole in said peel will cause the fruit to rot, starting from that spot. Nestled in the hands of time, not one blemish marks this island's peel. Thus, time's influence on its very essence remains hidden to all. At the most fundamental level, of course, all things that lack time's favor will be erased at some point. But with the power that remains here, I can leverage time to draw a boundary around the wind. That way, the outside world won't notice a thing, no matter how powerful of a gale I whip up here. Of course, as the one requesting help, I should offer something in return. That's why I invited you here, traveler. So we could perform an ode to time together. Just let me know when you're ready. Oh, and I can lend you an instrument if you need one.
We're gonna play music? You know what? Yeah, I'm ready.
Great. Let's get started.
What are we gonna be playing? Oh my god! Oh my god, that was tough. This is the opening intro. The little beat.
Looks like our music has moved some in our audience to step on stage.
Oh.
But that's against concert rules, so let's usher them out.
Where the heck did that guy come from?
I understand your love for music, of course. But for now, I'm going to have you leave the premises. Go! Let's play!
The night cometh.
There you go.
All right, that should do it. That was an exquisite performance, traveler. Thank you.
That power you unleashed just now.
Ah, don't worry. That power was mine and mine alone. No external help was involved.
You made him stronger, right?
Think of it like tuning a musical instrument so that it might play melodies lovelier still.
DPS Venti.
Ha! So you do have some tricks up your sleeve. What else are you hiding, huh?
Oh, Paimon. How many tricks could I possibly have? I only have 2 sleeves, after all.
2
You know
sleeves!
that's not what Paimon meant, Tone Deaf Bard.
I have a feeling the wind is gonna be pretty strong today. We should head back to Mondstadt and tell people to hold on to their hats.
Oh. Oh, is it that quick? So because of that, we have an additional talent for Venti. Now let's check this out. How does it work? Venti, where are you at? I still can't ascend him because, you know, he's already like a level 80. Oh, there it is. How does it work? After completing the witch's homework of Walking Wind, Venti will become a Hexarray character. When the party includes at least 2 Hexarray characters, you will gain the Hexarray Secret Right, effect which enhances Hexarray characters. While Storm Eye, the Storm Eye created by the Elemental Burst, Wind's Grand Ode, yeah, that's the ulti, is active for 4 seconds after a nearby active character's target triggers swirl. That character damage is increased by 50%. Venti Storm Eye deals 135% of its original damage. You know what, let's take a peek at that. What does it actually do? We know these. 15 seconds regenerating energy. So you know what? He is back. What about his auto attack? Oops. It's still not being used, so we don't exactly have to level it up yet. But what exactly is the Wind Sunder Arrow? No idea. You know what? Let's check the quest. Join your party. So they should be in your party so it works. Well, we don't have 2 of these guys yet, so... You know what? That was a pretty quick quest. It was so quick that I could actually wrap up the stream right now. I thought it'll be longer. Should I do a few more? I have, like, all these other characters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm thinking about getting Durin, because Durin has an amazing set of things he can provide to the team. I haven't pulled anyone yet, so let me look at his weapon first. We want his weapon. The Athame Artis. AK Splendor Solace. Crit damage from elemental burst is increased by 16%. When an elemental burst hits an opponent, you gain the Blade of Daylight's Hour. Attack is increased by 30%. Nearby active party members other than the equipping character has their attack increased by 16%. Okay, for 3 seconds. Yeah, that's a 3-second buff. Additionally, when the party possesses a Hexarray members, okay, Secret Right effect additionally increased by 75% more. So, you know what? Put them in the same team and they're just buff as heck. I'm still trying to understand his overall role in the team. So I guess he's somewhat a sub DPS support enhancer because he can kind of activate all the Hexarray characters, which is also, you know, part of the story quest and all. Maybe for a good early measure, what we can do is let's do a temple. I know we had Nefer last November 6th. It's almost been 1 month. Almost been 1 month since we pulled for a 5-star. What could go wrong? Let's go for it. 1 temple. Who came home?
Hey, nice to meet you. If you've got a commission, spit it out. As long as the pay's right, I can help you with anything. Most things. I can help you with most things.
That's great. So we now have Yehoda. You know what? Let's check out Yehoda. Only got to try her in the trial, but not exactly her in game yet. But you know what that means? Now that Yoda is in the team, we can place her there and start building her early game. Let's see, what are the stats that you need? Whoa, it's something I barely use. Barely have, actually. What stats does she need, though? Artifact recommendation, everything needs to be energy recharge, attack percentage, and elemental mastery. What about your weapon? You telling me energy recharge would be your best weapon yet? Pavonius bow? I actually don't know. Unless it's the weapon banner. Well, we can try it again next time. What I'll do is I'll place her into a teapot for now. Gotta start preparing the new members in the teapot. As we are pulling new characters in, we gotta increase their friendship level. That's what I do sometimes. Let's put them aside first. Let's see. Oh, in the editing screen, travelers can drag the rotation bar to rotate furnishing to precise angles. That's new. Oh, cool. But we're only gonna do companions, so... say goodbye. Say hello. There you go. He should be there. He's just not facing the correct way. All the not-cry peeps in one place. With that said, let me check, Tubby. But let's look at our battle pass as well before we wrap it up. Original resin hasn't been spent completely, so I'm gonna have to do something about that. Aura spent. Correct.
This realm is truly begin.
Oh yeah, let me see. Okay, coins collected.
If you ever have.
You know what, at this point, let's go check out how much levels do we need for all these new characters. Yoda. What does she need? She needs these portable bearings. We have 115. Wind and the broken drive shaft. Oh, I can't do it from there. Nice mopping out. Maybe Farina? Put Yehoda in here? Cool. Now let's level her up a little bit.
Oh, not bad at all.
Ascended. And for artifacts, looks like the game is recommending that we give her the set that Llama is currently using. Makes me wonder, should Llama continue using what she already has? Still needs to be elemental
Last
mastery.
time I tried to pet Ashru, the little fluffball ran away. Someone's not getting their dried fish today.
Okay. Okay. Alright, let me double check things. You have 48 to spend. Might as well start looking for the items we need. Oh, there's a new update and it's telling me to relog. That's crazy. in game, by the way. But yeah, that's a good way to wrap it up. I did not expect there was going to be an immediate update as we were playing. Alright, thank you very much. See you guys later. Dun, dun, dun. Celebrate. Beep boop boop beep boop. Bum, ba, bum. The forest. Beautiful. Do I care? I don't think so. Should I? Ah. Ah.